Good morning and welcome to my Tuesday Coffee and a Card Live. It is Tuesday, April 1st, 2025. That is no joke, no fool's day here. I don't know about you guys. I am not a practical joker. I don't like pranks, so April Fool's Day doesn't do much for me. So I am really here. I'm not fooling. And I am so happy to be here with you. My name is Maureen Rolfes, also known as the Crazy Stamping Lady. I have been an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for over 28 years now, and I love what I do. I'm just bringing myself up here to see. Oh, yep, I'm in the right place. All is good. At least I think, yep. Excuse me. I'm coming to you from a mostly sunny and warm Murfreesboro, Tennessee, in the center of the United States. And yes, it's a beautiful day. We had some pretty rough storms Sunday night. Spent a little bit of time awake till like 2 in the morning watching the tornadoes in our area. But fortunately, we are all fine, and that is wonderful. It looks like we get to go on that wild ride again tomorrow night with more tornadoes and almost the same setup coming in. So I guess we are in the middle of our spring tornado season, as they say. I am here to help you find the joy of card making and paper crafting, to give you tips and tricks to make that more fun and easier for you. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Doris. Thanks for sharing me, Sharon. I really appreciate that. And to encourage you to send out your beautiful creations to someone else and make their day. Let's see what else I want to tell you. Please say hello if you're popping on. I love to see your names come up, but I love it even more when you say something. So please let me know you are here. If you stop by and watch on the replay, I love to hear that also and what you think. So don't forget to comment even if you're not watching me live. As always, I will draw. Oh, cold and windy, Lois. Yeah, we have sunshine, a little breezy, but at least we have sunshine, and I love the sunshine. As always, I will be drawing from all of the comments that you guys leave today until tomorrow midnight. That is April 2nd, and I will be giving away the card we make today. Congratulations to the winner of my last card, Debbie Bragg. That went out in the mail to you. You should have it soon. Enjoy. Also, if you can share my video to a crafty group, to your homepage. Hi, Penny, glad you're here. To another crafty friend. If you email me somewhere, whatever you do, let me know if you do that, and I will give you a bonus entry toward today's card because that helps me out so very, very much. Yeah. I think that is it. Let's take you down to my table. You will see my sunshine out there. Look at how green everything is. Oh my gosh, that is just super awesome. Okay, guys, this is me, Maureen Rolfes, the Crazy Stamping Lady. My blog is crazystampinglady.blogspot.com. My email is crazystampinglady@gmail.com. My Facebook is facebook.com/crazystampinglady, which is right where you are right now. You can find my YouTube under my name, Maureen Rolfes. And since Facebook is deleting videos now, more than 30 days old, I am migrating my videos, as many as possible, over to YouTube before that happens, so you can find them referenced there. Please, if you go to YouTube, please like and follow my YouTube group. I need more followers so that I can actually change the name of my YouTube to Crazy Stamping Lady, which I would love to do. So please consider doing that for me. You can shop with me at stampingwithmaureen.stampinup.net. And if you shop with me, April 1st through the 14th, please use the hostess code on your screen. That will get me benefits for your order, and that allows me to give the most back to you in the form of giveaways and kits and prizes. But note, beginning April 15th, we will no longer be using hostess codes. Beginning that day, you will be able to earn rewards on every single order you place based on the size of that order. Now, I'm not going to go into that today. In fact, I might pop on here for a completely special live just explaining the whole new reward system. So watch for that. But be aware, starting April 15th, you no longer have to have over $150 to get any rewards. You will start earning them on every single qualifying order. Okay, I have cards to show you, beautiful cards to show you. My first two are from my upline, and every month she sends a card to her top 30 demonstrators on her team. And usually I make that, which is kind of exciting. This is the one she sent me for January. And it's just like when I send you a thank you card, it might not be thank you. This one's a happy birthday. It's a card I can go ahead then and use. It also gives me a layout idea. So I love that. So thank you, Jill. This was January. And then because she was a little behind, so this was for being in her top 30 on February. And this is one of our current kits. Isn't it adorable? I think this was released in January. It has got these cute little three-dimensional ladybugs on here. Oh my gosh. Super, super cute kits. So make sure you check that out. And then I got the most beautiful Easter card from my friend Joan. Joan, you are on the ball. You are my overachieving stamper. Look at this card with the crocuses coming up and Happy Easter. This beautiful background and gems. Inside, she always prints a sweet message. And then over here it says, one of the first signs of spring is the crocus. And that is true. I used to love it when I would see the crocus coming up through the snow. It is just such a hopeful sign for spring. So Joan, the card is lovely. Thank you so much for sending it. I so appreciate it. And it'll be going on my mantle. Okay. Free monthly card kit class. All of the card kits for your, what month are we in now? April. For your March orders. All of them went out in the mail today. So they are on their way to you. And that class is going to be held on Monday, I'm looking at my calendar here, Monday, April 14th. So mark your calendar, and on that day, I will be on live and we will put those kits together. So for the month of April orders, I am asking you to use my host code through 4/14, but then after the 15th, you will be using host codes no more. So be aware of that. And after that, any qualifying order will work. So to get a free card kit and class from me, you're going to place a $50 order or more. $50 is going to get you 3 free card kits, $75, 3 free card kits, and a bonus project. And $100 will get you those 3 card kits, bonus project, and a half a pack of an embellishment. Any smaller orders for me during the month will also still receive a handmade card from me as a thank you. And all orders are entered into my monthly prize drawing. I have not done my prize drawing for last month, but I will be probably doing that today, so watch. Also, my sketch challenge ended yesterday, so I will be drawing for a sketch challenge winner. I wanted to say something about this. Let me see if I can think what that was. Oh, the other thing I don't mention very often, but if you place a qualifying $50 order from me, I will automatically send you a wonderful bundle bonus type tutorial of, it's a collaborative deal that I do with several other demonstrators, and we send you samples of cards that you can make in a PDF form. So a $50 order will get you one of those. Your second $50 order will get you a different type of collaborative PDF, and your third will get you even a different type. So be aware that I have fun things I can send out. I keep track of what I send, so I should never duplicate. You should always be getting a new one. So yeah, just be aware that happens every $50 order, even though you only get one kit, depending upon your highest order. For every $50 order, you'll get one of those PDFs with some fun and amazing ideas. My May class. So for kits earned, I have March there, but it is really April. I did this in a hurry this morning. For kits earned in April, they should be mailed out by May 1st. And then that class will be on Monday, May 12th at 11 o'clock a.m. right here in this group for anyone that got those kits. Those classes are actually open to anyone who wants to watch, because you can also just get the dimensions and stuff and make your own cards. So yay. Okay, there's so much going on, guys. I haven't even had time to wrap my mind around this yet. It is April 1st. It's a new month. We have all kinds of new last chance products. So everything that is going away from both the spring catalog and the annual catalog, as well as online exclusives that are going away, are now out on the last chance list. So if you want to see that list and see what's going away, you can just go to specials on your top of your screen under the menu, specials, and then go to last chance, and it'll bring up everything that is going to be going away, including stuff that was already there, but all the new product. And then if you want to narrow your search, you can do the drop down list, and you can sort your search by newest, oldest, relevance, price low to high, price high to low, or you can do them alphabetically or backward alphabetically. So I usually go in last chance products and go to newest first to see what's been added. And then I'll go low to high on price to see what's at a really ridiculously low price. And that's a great way to get some good specials. All the last chance products are only available while supplies last. Even if they're in our catalogs, once they're gone if they're on the last chance list. So be aware of that. Another way that you can check on what you want to get is you can go to the menu and then shop products. And under the shop products, you can sort by any category you want. So if you're looking for every last chance stamp set, just shop products by stamp set. And then when you go in there, it'll show you everything that's last chance as you go through the list, as you go down and scroll. Each of the last chance ones will be marked with a nice little block that says last chance. So check that out today. I'll probably be spending all day just working on updating my catalogs with last chance. Also today we launched 3 new kits in our kits collection. All 3 of these are non-stamping, so they're very inexpensive. The sentiments are included in them for you to punch out, or of course you could stamp your own sentiments and add them. But they don't come with a stamp set or ink spot, which keeps the price super reasonable. So the first one is an essential occasions kit. It makes 6 different beautiful cards that speak to 6 different occasions, and you can mix and match the sentiments with the cards. So yeah, there's actually a mistake on that. Oh, I copied the wrong thing. Sorry guys, I copied the wrong product thing. This is 6 cards. I'll have to correct that. 6 cards for $13. Then we have a 3D item, a paper bouquet kit that is $22. And that will make 23 different flowers and 11 different leaf stems that you can put together in a vase and have your own home decor piece for spring. And they are beautiful. So check that out. And then there is the loveliest wishes set. And this is the one I am ordering today, I think. It is beautiful. It's a lot of white, which you guys know I like a lot of white. It's hard even to see on the picture, but it's got cute little focal points. And these are all birthday cards, which I always need. It makes 9 cards. And yep, I am going to be getting that. The colors on here, why it's hard to see, are soft seafoam, petal pink, and white. So they're very light, elegant colors. But for spring birthdays, oh my gosh, cannot wait. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. I know they had them at our convention out on display, but of course I was sick, so I didn't get to see them. But I've seen them online today and love them. Okay, these 2 catalogs. These are the 2 plus online exclusives that have all the last chance stuff out there, guys. These are going away on on May 5th. May 5th is the last day to order out of these catalogs. Now remember, last chance stuff will be gone sooner, so don't wait on things you want. But May 5th will be the last day. There is a misprint on the back of the annual catalog. I think it says May 1st. It does. But this catalog is going till May 5th, just like this one. The new catalog, the brand new annual, will start on May 6th. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on these. I want to show you a couple things. I did start going through and marking stuff. So let's see if I can find anything that I already marked last chance. Really, I just started. Okay, so here on page 50 and 51, the Country Flowers stamp set is going away. And it is on the last chance list, and it is reduced from $24 to $19.20. The Country Birdhouse set is also going away, which I'm assuming both of these dies are going away, but I haven't gotten to that point yet. But the Country Birdhouse stamp set is also going away, but that is at full price. So that means they have a more limited amount of them, and they know they're going to sell out, so they don't need to reduce it. So be aware of that. The Country Flowers is one of my favoriteest sets that we have. If you watched last time, I made a sympathy. I have used this a ton. I love it. I'm sad it's going away. I think I will hang on to mine for a while because I also love the dies with all these flowers and leaves that can be used with other sets. So check that out if you're interested because it's on sale. Let's see if I can find one more before I go out of this because like I said, so Keeping Tabs bundle. We are using the Keeping Tabs bundle today on our card. It is not going away, so the Keeping Tabs stamp set and the punch are staying, but the die set is going away. And the die set is reduced from, let me see if I got it right. Here is the die, here is the punch. The die is reduced from $12 down to $7.20. So be aware the die is going away, but the stamp set and the punch are staying, and that's what we'll be using today. And if I don't find any more, then I don't find any more. Oh, do you hear the police going by? Oh, it's an ambulance. Something's going on. We're also using today the Spotlight on Nature stamp set. Now, I thought this might be going away because it wasn't in the new catalog, but apparently it's moving over to online exclusives and continuing, which makes me super happy because it is a beautiful, beautiful set. So I think I'm going to leave that. Oh, here you can see on pages 74 and 75, these are all stamps and dies that have been around a while and they kept continuing over. So be aware most of these will go away. Not necessarily all of them, but most of them are retiring. Again, I haven't gotten through the whole list yet, so I can't even tell you for sure. But I do know there are things out there like the Adoring Heart stamp set, which is beautiful and was $20, is on the last chance list for $12 now. Same with the Autumn Leaves stamp set. Last chance list, $12. So check out the last chance list, guys. Get some great deals. We are going to move these out of the way and we're going to get stamping. Okay, let's see what I want to do. Here is my recipe list. I will put this back on at the end so that you can see that and take a picture with our card if you want. We're going to be making a pocket card, a simple pocket card, and I'm going to talk to you in a minute about why I chose to do this today. But before I do that, here is that Spotlight on Nature set, which is so gorgeous. You will see it in process on my card. Although I did my stamping with it previous because I'm going to be coloring it with blends. But we're going to be using this large leaf stamp set right here. I'm going to see if I can show it to you on the block, which is beautiful. And this gorgeous butterfly. Those are the two images that I stamped. Excuse me. I need a sip of coffee. Hang with me just a second while I do that. Oh man, that is so good. Okay, Keeping Tabs. This is the bundle I was telling you about. This Keeping Tabs. Is that right? I have that on my last chance list. Maybe I'm totally wrong. That might be on my last chance list. Let's hope. You know what? Now that I say that, I think the Keeping Tabs set is on the last chance list. Don't take my word on anything. Check it out because, like I said, I just got a minute to look at it. But I do know that the die that goes with it is reduced to $7.20, and I do know that the punch is continuing. So I may have misled you on that last statement. I think this one might be going away. It is a great set. It has all these cute little things you could stamp and punch out for the tabs. And then great sentiments with sympathy. Congratulations, happy birthday, for you, hello friend, my list, notes, to do, thank you, happy holidays. Actually, if it's going away, I'm kind of sad, but I guess it is because I marked it. So dang it. Dang. We're using it today though. We are using it. So let me grab my pieces for our card. Right here, we have a basic white envelope. I have a Daffodil Delight card base. This is a single layer card base that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I have a piece of designer series paper. Now this designer series paper is the Floral Delights designer series paper. It will be continuing. It's got all these wonderful, beautiful, bright yellow flowers, and yellow is my favorite color. So this just makes me so happy that it's continuing. Here's some of the designs. So we're using this, and what we're using from it is a strip of the designer series paper that is 10 1/2 long by 4 inches wide, and then it is folded in half, so it ends up being 4 inches by 5 1/4, which makes it the perfect layer to go right onto that little base we have here. So that is what we're using for our DSP. I also have a piece of basic white that I already stamped with that leaf and butterfly. And this is 1 1/2 by 2 1/4. I have a piece of Daffodil Delight that's 1 3/4 by 2 1/2. And a piece of Old Olive that is 2 by 2 3/4. We have a piece of basic white for our inside piece, and this is 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. A scrap to punch our tab out with, and then a piece for our sentiment, and this is 3/4 of an inch by 3 inches. So that's all of our pieces. And the reason I chose to do this, as I mentioned earlier, whenever you place a $50 order with me, I will send you a PDF. And one of the PDFs we send each month is our fancy fun folds. And this month, in that tutorial, we are making this basic fold. So I thought, why not show it to you so you'll get an idea of what I send out for those tutorials. Now this card is not the one that you will see in the tutorial, although I will give you a sneak peek of that at the end. It's very, very similar. But the other great thing about these tutorials are they're not just me. It's me and like between 10 and 15 other demonstrators, depending upon the month and the tutorial. And we all give you our ideas. So you get a wide variety of ideas to do with the different items that we're showcasing. Okay, so let's start out. I think we're just going to start out by putting our pocket together. So I'm going to take my piece here of the Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to take my piece of the folded in half piece of designer series paper. Now this needs to have a right and wrong. So if your pattern is very deliberate, right and wrong, you want to be sure that it's facing up and down when your card is like this. This one's kind of random. They go every which direction, so I wasn't too worried about it. And you're going to take some tear and tape. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do my fold first. So the first thing I want to do is fold down this corner so that some of this background paper shows. And what I'm going to do is come down maybe 1 1/4 inches on this side, and then just fold it up at an angle to the top. There's really no right or wrong with the amount you're folding. I'm not marking anything. If you wanted to take a ruler and make a pencil mark, let's see exactly. I can tell you how far I came down. Boy, when I said 1 1/4 inches, I was pretty close. 1 3/8 on this side. And then over from the top, I'm at about 1 5/8. But again, just kind of get that angle. You don't have to worry about this being perfect in any way. I'm going to take my bone folder and crease that really nicely so that folds down. So now you'll see when we put this together, you're going to have both pieces, both sides of that beautiful paper showing. And I do love that. Okay, now that I did that, now we can add our tear and tape. So you're going to come down, and on this inside of this front section where you folded down that lip, you're going to put some tear and tape right along this edge, really as close to the edge as you can, because you want your card that you're putting in to move freely, and you might have to trim it down if you have that too far away from the edge. And then you're going to do the same thing along the bottom, again, as close to the edge as you can, coming right along the bottom, all the way over to that center crease, and then tearing that, okay? So that is, and the tear and tape works well for this on the edge, but tear and tape works great because it's narrower than our seal. The seal would be too wide and take up too much room. So I'm just going to come in here. Now, if you get this tutorial, they actually made this card. It looks exactly the same, but they made it slightly different. To me, it was a little bit more cumbersome, so I changed it up and made it my way, but you might like it their way. You can check them both out and see what you think. I'm going to come in here and peel off that tear and tape. And you might have noticed I burnished it on the end. By doing that, it makes it stick to the paper really well and helps that backing piece to lift off of your stickiness a little bit easier. So I always burnish it with my bone folder to help that to happen. Then I'm going to take this other side and just fold it over and lay it right down on there and make sure that it lines up and that it is stuck down really well. So now we have formed our pocket in here, as you can see. Now this is kind of flimsy, so I'm going to back it with that piece of Daffodil Delight just to give it some sturdiness. And you know cardstock prices are going up in the new catalog. This is a good way to save on cardstock. The designer series paper is staying basically the same. And I love when you can showcase both sides of your designer series paper, so this is a great fold for that. Also, designer series paper keeps the weight of your card down a little bit, so I like using it for that reason. I'm going to come along in here. I'm going to put it maybe halfway on each of these sides. I'm not going to completely stick this down. You could if you want to. And we're just going to center this onto this front piece, or this back piece actually, of Daffodil Delight. So now it's much more sturdy when you hold it. We still have that same pocket available to use. Cute, cute, cute idea. The next thing I'm going to do is take my inside piece. Now you could decorate this if you want, but to me it's kind of tiny because it has to fit in that pocket. So I'm not going to actually add a lot of decoration to it, but we are going to put a pull tab on it. And that is where that keeping tabs set comes in, and why I'm sad if it's going away. Hopefully they'll come out with something else to coordinate with this stamps or punch. So I'm going to use this little dotted background from the keeping tabs set, and I'm going to grab my Daffodil Delight ink, and we're just going to ink it up and stamp it onto our piece of cardstock. Just like that. And that gives you that adorable polka dot background. Now I love this when we punch it out. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second, because they've made each tab come out a little bit differently. So you just feed that into the tab punch. Make sure that it is centered where you want it, and give it a punch like that. And now you have this little tab to use. What I like about it is I'm going to stamp right over the polka dots because I'm using Old Olive, which is a dark color. But if I didn't want have a dark color, like say I wanted to stamp it again in the yellow and it wouldn't show up, I could stamp it here on this spot. So you can use which side of this tab that you like. I'm going to fold it in half and score it so I can see well where that center piece is there. And then I'm going to take my Old Olive ink and my happy birthday sentiment. This is also from the Keeping Tabs. I'm going to ink that up with Old Olive. Now, I haven't made this card in this color, so let's hope it's nice and dark and it'll be perfect on here. I think it will be fine. And I'm putting it up toward the top because that's the part of the tab that is going to be to pull. Let's see how that looks. Oh, perfect. Happy birthday right at the top of that. Since I have my ink out, I'm also going to stamp my dear friend sentiment. So let's do that right away. Onto my sentiment strip here, that is 3/4 by 3. I'm going to put it over to the right a bit, just like that. So now that's dear friend on there. And let me get these out of the way. I think that's all I have to stamp. I probably will stamp the envelope if we have time, but for now we'll get the card done. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside for a minute. We're going to work on this. I'm going to add this tab to the top of my little piece here. And I'm going to put it over toward the right with just a little border so that when I put it in the pocket, it's still visible. The best thing I've found is just to come in and put your adhesive on the back of the entire thing, because it's either going to stick to the card I'm putting it on or to itself, and I want it to stick well. So you could use Easily Tombow for this. I'm going to come in here and place this, and I'm going to place it, like I said, over to the right, and I'm placing it just so where the top of those side curves are is at the top of my card piece, just like that, so that the happy birthday is right up here at the very top, and then fold this down and stick it to the back. And now I have that cute little tab on there, and look at this, guys. When I put it inside of my pocket, it still shows right there in the corner, and because it's a little tab, it lets them know to pull that out. Isn't that cute? Oh, love it, love it, love it. Okay, let's do some coloring. I'm gonna do my leaves with light Old Olive and dark Old Olive, and I did stamp it ahead with the Memento because you know that the Memento needs to dry when you're using blends over it. And the longer it dries, actually, the better. Usually if it dries 10-15 minutes, you're good. But you just don't want the black to bleed. And that can happen if you stamp and then color too quickly. I'm going to come in here with our blend like that. And then there's a little bit of the leaf showing over here on the edge. So I just inked up the top of that leaf and stamped it onto my cardstock. So that it just came up on the card just the tiniest little bit like that. And that gave me a nice little place for my butterfly to settle. For the butterfly, I'm going to use, for this one, I do not have a light Daffodil Delight. Now I say that knowing I do have a light Daffodil Delight somewhere. I just can't seem, oh wait, maybe this is it. I might have stuck it up on the wrong shelf. Let's look. Daffodil Delight. Never mind, we're not going to use Lemon Lolly, which would have worked just fine too. We're going to use the light Daffodil Delight on our butterfly. See if I keep looking long enough, I can find anything in this room. But there is a lot of stuff here, guys. And now with the transition as a demonstrator, I have to go through everything and pull last chance stuff out. And that can include the online exclusives. So, wow. Yeah, I'll be busy. Anyone want to come over and help me sort out my craft room? You are welcome to do it anytime. Any peeps close by? Would love to have you join me. Okay, so I'll probably get my granddaughters actually over here to help me sort through some of this. So I did the entire butterfly with the light. Now I'm going to come back in with my dark Old Olive. And we're going to just add some darkness to kind of down the center of this and up from the bottom on this leaf. Like that a little bit. And we're just going to kind of color this one a little bit darker. So there's a little bit of shadowing on there. Come back in with my light Old Olive and just kind of blend those edges up, pulling that color so that we have some light to dark shadowing on our leaves. Not a lot, but like the sunshine is hitting them from the top here a little bit. And then I'm going to take my dark Daffodil Delight, and we're going to do the same thing on our butterfly. So I'm going to come in here on the wings. And I'm kind of just following those lines that Stampin' Up! Has already put there, which really makes it nice when you're doing your shadowing if you want to add a little darkness. And then we'll come back in with our light and blend those edges and let that pull out. So we're not taking a ton of time on here. This is actually very quick and easy to do. And you can see how that just gives the picture a lot more dimension. So let's add this layer, and those blends dry immediately. They are dry, which is the good thing about alcohol markers. Once they're on there, they're kind of like a Sharpie. You use a Sharpie and it dries immediately. That's what alcohol markers do. So we're going to come in here and place this onto our layer of Daffodil Delight. And then I'm going to do this one more time, and we're going to place this onto our layer of Old Olive. Look how pretty that is. I love yellow. You guys that follow me know yellow is my favorite color. Oh my gosh, and this is just beautiful. So I'm going to take a dimensional. No, we do not sell these big sheets. I've mentioned it a couple times. I think it's going to take me a year to get through this. Probably not, but seems like it's lasting forever. This is a sheet from one of the kits, and I cannot remember which kit, but man, I just pull them out and put them with all of my dimensionals. This one is going and going and going. So I'm going to take one dimensional, and right up under this flap here, I'm going to add that. That'll keep it anchored down, but still give it a little bit of dimension like it's folded back. And then I'm going to take my butterfly, and we're going to grab some dimensionals and add it to the back right here. So I'm going to add one to the top, one to the bottom, one to the other corner, and one to the last corner. I'm not going to put any in the middle. Actually, maybe I'll put one. Let's see my butterfly. Yeah, I'm going to put one, but over to this side because I want to tuck my sentiment under that other side. So we'll do this one kind of in the middle, but over to the left side of my image. Let's get our backings off of here. Hope you guys are having a super great day. So much going on in my world. It is just kind of crazy, but life is good. So I'm going to place my butterfly, and I'm going to place this on here. Now I popped it up on dimensionals, and I'm going to let this corner kind of come down over that flap. So I'm probably coming in maybe an inch on my designer series paper over here, letting the very corner of this image go on that flap, just like that. And because it's on dimensionals, it's not pushing it down, which works perfect. And then what did I do with my sentiment? Here it is. So for my sentiment, we're going to do a little flag on the end of this. Just come in here right down the center and come in from each corner to where I cut. This just gives it a little bit more character. You could also layer it on another color if you wanted to, but this is how I'm doing it. And I'm going to just make sure I can tuck this all the way under where I want it, and that'll be perfect. For this, I am just putting seal. It's going to lay down flat on my card. It's going to come down here right above the dimensional on the butterflies, and I'm going to have that flap come just over the top of it like that, and having it end just about where my designer series paper ends over here. So, dear friend, look at, we are almost done. Let's take this and look how cute that is. Let's do a little stamping on our envelope. I'm going to take my Old Olive again and my happy birthday, and we're just going to stamp some random happy birthdays on here. You know, this is one of my favorite ways to decorate my envelopes when I send them to people. And all I've really stamped on here is a sentiment, and I can just repeat it, repeat it, repeat it, just like that. And so now that envelope is ready to go. And then let's add some bling. We need some bling. So for this one, I pulled out the Glossy Dots assortment. This is from Boy, I hope these are still active. I might have made a mistake. I think they still are. I think they are. I didn't pull them out as last chance lists, but who knows? But we're going to use the yellow ones out of here. Now, there were like several different things I could have used on here. I pulled out a few different options. I could have used these light yellow ones off of the rainbow adhesive back dots. I could have just used some sparkly rhinestone gems. I thought these gold pearls might have been beautiful on there. And we could have even just accented with the brass butterflies. But instead of all of those, I decided to go with these because they have that really bright lemony yellow color. I'm going to take one of these, the biggest one, and pop it right down here over to the side. And then we'll take the smallest one, I think, if I can get it off with my fingernails here, and place that right up there to kind of start our little triangle. And then we'll take our third one. Where do I want it to go? I think maybe right above our sentiment, just like that. So now we've formed our visual triangle that kind of frames our butterfly, and I really like that. That's it, guys. That is our pocket card. So this is the card I'm giving away. Hang on a second. I'm going to show you another example, and then I'll put this back out with the recipe so you can take a picture if you want to do that, okay? So, oh, I just lost myself. How did I lose myself, guys? I am gone. Where did I go? Oh, there I am. I'm back. Yay. Okay, so here is the sample that if you get my tutorial, this is my sample from the tutorial. It is very similar, just a completely different color scheme. So there we go. That is the one that's going to be in the tutorial. So $50 orders, like I said, 1, 2, and 3, get 3 different types of tutorials from me. But this is one of them at one of the levels that will be going out this month. And I love it. I thought it was beautiful. But I wanted to change it up from what I did in the tutorial and show you another example. And this is the one I'm going to be giving away. So let me grab my recipe and you can take a picture. I will also post this stamp set, this stamp card and this recipe in the comments of this video. So that'll be there for you to see. And then within 30 days, I'll be transferring this video over to YouTube so I can continue for you. So I hope you liked this. Take a screenshot if you want. I loved this card. I've made a lot of pocket cards, but this was easy and I love the look of it. And that keeping tab set, man, it's going away. So if you don't have it, you might want to grab that pretty quick because it's on the last chance list. So yay to all of that. I'm sure there's things I'm not telling you because my mind is just going crazy with all the things going on at Stampin' Up! Right now. But I will be back with more information. Do not doubt it. Thank you for taking some time out of your day with me today. I hope you liked this and some of the tips and tricks I shared with you. Don't forget to leave your comments for a chance to win this card. You have till midnight tomorrow to be entered, and I would love to hear from you. Finally, I would love to have your business. If you are looking for Stampin' Up! Products, if you are interested in joining my Crazy Stamping Ladies team, if you need a catalog, whatever I can help you with, let me know. Even if you don't need any of those things and you just have questions or concerns, please reach out to me. The best way to reach me is by email at crazystampinglady@gmail.com, and I answer all my emails. So if you don't hear back from me, follow up because it means something happened. I do plan to be back here on Friday with a lot more creative fun, and I will see you all then. Take care and have a great week. Bye-bye.